Alrighty, we're back for another edition of Gorilla Blood Radio. Daniel Korea here, Scott NDX out in New York City, and Aaron is with us again, and he is live in person at his job.
Yes, that wasn't someone peeing in the background. That was Aaron making coffee. Coffee that he won't share with the rest of us, I believe.
Well, I mean, unless you really want to go all the way to Arkansas to get some coffee.
I only want to go to Dunkin' Donuts down the block, so no.
You know what? I'm not a coffee person, so I've never had the coffee from Dunkin'. But their breakfast sandwiches aren't half bad. Whatever. I got it for free. I had a little T-Mobile Tuesday gift card thing that I got, so I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to join that thing.
Yeah, if you have T-Mobile, it's hella worth it, man, because then you can you get free crap all the time. Like I get free rentals from Redbox or free rentals from Vudu if you have they have the ultraviolet copies of the Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff. The digital copies like that, you can put them up in the cloud and access them anytime if you even don't have the disc.
Yeah, I know what a digital copy is.
Well, I just didn't know if you knew what Vudu or ultraviolet or whatever it was.
I don't use digital copies.
Okay,
ever.
Just making sure. Just checking.
The only digital copies that I would ever use would be the Disney ones, because apparently I have a Disney on the go account.
Nice.
Because my Disney movie rewards account. And half the movies you buy have both the digital and DVD. Whatever, I just want my Disney movie rewards. Anything else that comes with it is a bonus.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Well,
you get a lot of free shit through those rewards.
I wouldn't doubt that, man. I remember my mom used to, when she used to buy all the VHS tapes for us, with the plastic clamshell thing. Yeah, I know my family's got them somewhere in the attic or wherever back at the house. My mom was part of the Disney Store Club, and she would pre-order and get all like the lithographs and stuff. So,
that's cool.
So she's in the process now of putting together a study, and she's gonna have them all framed in her study.
Oh, that's very cool. I just bought that the storybook version of Lion King.
Nice.
The signature edition that they put out. The Walt Disney. They're reproducing a shitload of Disney movies. What's known as the signature editions, where they're like the new Blu-ray editions of the films. I think it was Snow White, Pinocchio, Bambi, Beauty and the Beast, and The Lion King. But the Lion King one, the exclusive version that Target has, which is like the version with the storybook in it, also came with a three, what the hell are they called? The 3 cells from a film.
Nice.
Now, of course, it's reproduced for the set, so it's not originals from an actual 35mm.
But still cool.
Copy of the film, but yeah, it's still cool. It's Rafiki holding him Simba.
Nice. That's pretty funny.
I still have yet to watch that version of it. I have like 4 versions of The Lion King now. I own it on DVD. I still have a VHS of it. I have a Blu-ray of it, and now I have the signature edition Blu-ray of it. Now I'm keeping all that shit because shit like that's going to be in. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, then hey, don't matter how many copies you have. It's most of the time it's gonna be pretty much the same movie, maybe with a couple extra scenes, but not all that much difference.
I'd rather not have extra scenes. I'd rather have the original film like I saw it in theaters, which I did. God, I'm old.
Like you remember.
Remember what?
Like how you remember it from when you were little.
Yeah, not only that, it's just, I wanted to not, like, the problem with Disney is a lot of times they fuck up the shit that they're working on by, like, oh, we're going to tweak this, we're going to move that, we're going to change this, we're going to add this. Like, stop adding and changing shit.
It just makes me think of all the...
It wasn't broke. Don't fucking fix it.
It just makes me think of all the quote-unquote hidden stuff that they try to change all the time, like... I remember as a kid, you had the Little Mermaid cover where the priest looked like he had a boner.
Yeah, I know.
Or the
stupidity, though.
Yeah, It's silly, but whatever. Shoot, man. But
No, it's like, it ain't broke. Why are you trying to fix it?
yeah.
What are you doing, man? That's wrong. That's so wrong.
Well, it's been shoot 2 weeks since we last spoke because last weekend both Scott and I were gone for a majority of the weekend.
Oh God, don't mention weekends. I can't move it still. I should take a day off from work and I haven't yet.
Yeah, you probably should have. Shoot. Well, Scott went to.
If I don't go to work, everything will explode and so will the world.
Yeah, probably. At least that's what it seems like. I know.
No, it's not what it seems like. Like, literally, that's exactly what will happen.
Yeah, man. Well, Scott last weekend got a chance to go to Comic-Con.
New York Comic-Con, to be exact.
Yeah. So.
I went on Thursday and Sunday, and it didn't cost me diddly to get in.
Lucky.
Yeah. I have connections.
Sweet.
I had a very few bodies, but I have connections.
So, any good stuff that you saw? Any people that you met? What's the haps?
Well, on Thursday, I pretty much went to go to Artist Alley, and I spent a shitload of time there just because I wanted to give artists my money.
Yes.
Talked to a few, showed a few of my sketchbook, what a shitload of stuff. Ended up spending about $225 that day, and the best thing I got that day was actually a Pentel pocket brush pen from artist Jerry Artorama, or whatever Jerry's Art Supplies, essentially.
Nice.
Yeah, it was on sale. Like, I went to the Blick because where my friend had her store, Dr. Day 94C, look it up. You get some Yu-Gi-Oh cards there, get some Magic cards there, make fun of Pokemon cards there. Maybe buy them also. And, yeah, you buy stuff. Anyway, they hooked me up, and not too far from their spot, which is, I think, 2956, if you go by the actual address that they have, there was a Blick, Dick Blick store, and I was like, oh shit, let me see how much a brush pen is there. They're like $19.99, we think. I think I'm going to put this down and walk away. How do you not know the price? Like, you're trying to sell shit, you're too busy having a conversation to give me a real answer? Well, fuck you. Walk away. So another person that I was there with, we walk all the way. You know, I'm like avoiding names altogether.
That's perfectly fine.
So good at that.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. And we walked down to the 1000 block, and there was Jerry's Art Supplies. And I'm like, oh, hey, they have little things you can test. Ooh, Pentel pocket brush pen. Let me try that. I like it. It's kind of neat. $13. Here's my credit card.
Not bad at all.
I had no problem and no hesitation buying one of those finally. I've been dying to get one, and I just, well, not dying because in the time that I didn't get one, I probably would have died a couple of dozen times. So, I've been wanting one, right?
Sure.
I guess, you know? So, yeah, I finally got it, and I don't regret it because I've done some work with it for my Inktober this year, and the shit that I just did today, I think, came out great. Exactly what I want the brush pen for.
Yeah, dude. So if you haven't seen Scott's Instagram lately for Inktober, check it out. Scott NDX on Instagram. Got some
Been doing
zombies and Friday the 13th happened in October.
Yeah, I didn't really do much of that yesterday, actually.
Well, but still.
Unless you look at my El Hijo del Zombie drawing that I did.
Yeah.
And if you look at his mask, you might recognize something.
Let me look it up again just to be on the safe side because I missed whatever the little Easter egg is. What did I miss?
You're not a horror fans.
Oh, I know, but what did I miss? Let's see. I love the little. It looks like Black Panther. The one
I did draw Black Panther today.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that one.
That's not a look. It's Black Panther.
Oh, it looks like a Voorhees mask.
Damn right it does.
That does. The Lucha mask does look like Voorhees. I like that.
Yes. I did that on purpose.
Nice. And I like the fact that you kind of drew yourself as a zombie and basically giving the finger and, yeah.
Yeah, sure, if I, lost 1,000 pounds.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. It was kind of like you. I don't know. I just think...
It is a representation of me and how I felt after Thursday, yes, but Jesus Christ, I am not that thin.
Whatever. Oh, man.
Whatever, it's kind of true.
Sure. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I just thought it looked like you. The character at least looked like you in the face and the hair and stuff.
Again, it's supposed to be a representation of me, yes. It's not me, though.
Okay.
Because I would never be that thin. I'd have to be a fucking corpse to be that thin.
Okay. So what did you get to see any panels? Did you go meet anybody? Did you...
Well, Thursday usually don't have panels, so you don't really see that much. I just wandered around Artist Alley for the most part, caught up with some people, talked to a few new people. Like I said, showed my sketchbook around and got ideas from a few other guys. I was like, you mind if I show you my sketchbook? Like, yeah, sure, because they got nothing better to do, really.
Yeah.
It's like they sit there, they're bullshitting with me because, fuck it, I'm showing interest.
Yeah.
And one of them I bought a $20 book, another one I bought a $50 book.
Nice.
Yeah, and another one I was talking with Ben Templesmith. It's like, I'm so sorry. Like, why? It's like, you have such bad taste in comics. Because I was buying his shit.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, it can't be that bad. I mean, I've been told I have worse of a wrestling fan.
Nah.
And he's like, oh yeah, who's your favorite wrestler? I'm like, overall, probably Mick Foley. Is like, that's a guy who actually loved it. That's a good wrestler to be a fan of.
Yeah.
So he understood the plight.
Shoot.
So in the end, it was pretty cool. Got a sketch in the book. I'll probably be posting all this shit on Instagram soon.
Nice.
I just haven't really had the chance to. So that spoke to Trad Moore. Had a good conversation with him just about my art in general. You're very nice about just talking about getting shit put together and all that stuff. They were very positive about it.
Right on.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll find a smaller con one day and see if I can just get a table and just sell shit.
Dude, hell,
Just getting rid of stuff.
Dude, even if it's one of those things where I know you've said in the past before, yeah, I'm not big enough. What's with art or whatnot yet to have my own table, or I don't have anything to sell, or whatever, things like that. Dude, even if it's just you have your artwork on the wall and put a little sign up there that says, I will draw you as a zombie. And then you just draw people as zombies for $10.
Honestly, I was just going through most of my shit and be like, as much as I like this, I don't need it. It's not doing anything in my apartment. So I would probably just put it on the table at certain prices and just be like, fuck it, go through what you want and take.
Yeah, why not, dude?
That was a $10 one. That was a $5 one. Shit, that's free. Take that.
Yeah, dude. Why not, dude? I mean, it's something that I think would be cool for you, at least to get you out there a little bit more and get more people on your Instagram, and I think that'd be kind of cool, dude. Just
make some business cards.
Yeah, why not? That'd be kind of neat.
Mm-hmm. So that is a potential idea to do maybe next year, because we're already coming to the middle of October. I mean, fuck, I'm not looking for any cons in December or anything.
Yeah, well, shoot, if you...
So that's a potential thing to do for any local con. Just be like, fuck it, let me get a table for a couple $100 for the weekend, call out of work, and just be like, yeah, I got shit to do.
Shoot, dude, it may not even cost you that much, dude, because I know from the local wrestling fed, for the one day, I want to say it was like $50 a day to get a table. I had to be a vendor at one of the local ones. I think that's what it was. It might have been 75, but it's so. I mean, if it's a 2-day con, it's maybe $150.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not too bad. I mean, I know it's going to be more if you did a bigger one, because the last time I asked, which was like 2 years ago now, 3 years ago, it was $150 per day of at the Fanime Con in Artist Alley. It was $150 per day over there and that's a 4-day con. So if you want to do the whole weekend, I think they discount you maybe by like $50, but
still ain't too bad. And like again, not going there to make money.
Yeah. So
going out there just like, hey, take a look at my shit. I'll draw shit for you. I'll do a real team.
Yeah, why not, man?
I'll have fun drawing it. Your shit.
Hell, even if you have another friend, split the table, split the cost. If you have another friend who's an artist or a friend that sells I don't know, perlers or whatever, so you split the table and you have your art stuff there, and then the perlers they can make perlers on the fly or something too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
speaking of, I saw someone did an awesome Soundwave in Megatron. It was like 2 booths down from where we were. Docking Bay 94C. You know, that was, oh my god. I was just like, I kind of want to ask how much that is, but I don't want to because it's too reasonable. I'm going to take that home.
That's funny. Yeah, dude. Some of the I seen somebody, I can't remember for the life of me what it was at the last con I went to. They did perlers in a way where they did 3 layers. They did a foreground, middle ground, and background. And they put in a shadow box. I was like, dude, that's freaking cool. So it literally looks like Ryu doing a Hadouken on Guile stage.
Cool.
It was sick looking, and I can't remember the name for the life of me of the booth, but that was pretty sweet. So Sunday, what happened on Sunday?
Sunday, we got there pretty late because the one who gave me the badge was not feeling well and kind of didn't go all with the group in the morning. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna meet them there. Do you want to go with me?" I'm like, sure. Why the hell not? I'll keep you company.
Nice.
I'm a nice guy like that. And so we showed up around 1 o'clock. The place closed at 5, so I was like, okay, let me wander a little. And I wandered a little. I found places. I found Troma, which is a movie company that makes the cheapest fucking horror films you could find. And some of them are really good. Some of them are really bad. Some of them are Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, or I remember the Joker little dude with the court jester looking character from some of the advertisements and stuff I've seen late night.
Yeah, it's a good fucking company for really bad fucking movies. Lloyd Kaufman wasn't there. Disappointing. But, he was going to show up a little later. I'm like, maybe I'll come back. I spent $60 there on 4 movies. But hey, $15 for a Blu-ray? Not too fucking bad.
No, not at all.
But that was a little bit later into the afternoon. I got there at 1. By about 1:30, I had already spent $60.
Nice.
No, not nice. A little bit away. I don't know. I probably mentioned this at least once before on the show. I Married a Strange Person. It's a movie by Bill Plimpton. Bill Plimpton's very well known for making his own movies, animated features, by himself. He does all the work. He's a fantastic illustrator and animator, and he was fucking there.
That's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, so I bought a book from him. He illustrated, talked to him for a few minutes. That cost me $5. Wandered down to another booth, found a book by Mark Nishira. Shit, that's pretty cool, man. It's one of my favorite artists. I think I'd buy this for $25. Look inside the front cover. There's a sketch of Ghost Rider in it.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, how much is this? He's like, $50. Okay. They had 5 books there. He sketched in each book a different character. The Wolverine one looked horrible, unfortunately. The 3 Vampirellas looked really fucking good. I was very tempted to buy one of those instead of Ghost Rider, but Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid skull fetish. I didn't say that out loud. So, I had to buy $50 to finally own a piece of Tashira art. I was like, fuck, I'm going to do it. Don't care. Gotta do it.
Nice.
So that was one of the few purchases I made that I absolutely had to make. Without even needing the artist, I just had to. It was very hard not to move over 5 feet and then start talking to Jim Steranko and buy shit from him. You know, he's the one that made Nick Fury what Nick Fury is today.
Not Samuel L. Jackson.
No. That's a Marvel
Yeah, an MCU decision.
No, that's the Ultimate Comic Book line that did that.
Okay.
That wasn't MCU who did that first. That was the Marvel Ultimates that did that, which was a line that started in the late 90s, I believe 98, with Mark Miller and Brian Hitch as the artist. Hitch was like, all right, we have to reinvent Nick Fury. Cool, he's Samuel L. Jackson in an eye patch. And that's exactly who he drew.
That basically is it.
And Jackson, being a huge fan of comic books, went, motherfucker, I can deal with this.
Yeah.
And then when Hitch is like, well, shit, we need a Nick Fury. Hey, Sammy, what you doing? I'm playing Nick Fury.
Dude, did I ever tell you the random story Samuel L. Jackson told to an interviewer about the new, the newer Force Awakens film?
What, that he Snoke?
No, when he found out that what's his name was gonna be Finn, he actually called the kid up. I can't think of the guy's name, the actor's name.
Yeah, Boca,
Oh, John Boyega. Thank you.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah. So he actually called up. He actually called up John Boyega, and he answered his phone. He goes, all he said, first line he said, he goes, "Hey, Black Jedi, I'm your dad." Like, because everybody was feeding into the whole thing that it's Mace Windu's kid.
Oh dear God!
I thought that was hilarious.
How fucking old was Mace Windu when he had that kid?
I have no idea, but that's the cool perk about being a dude. You have a kid at any age.
Mace Windu in his deathbed bed.
Shoot.
Some random nurse.
I can totally see that. Yeah, life's short and you're hot. Yeah, so
in Star Wars, crazier things have happened.
Yeah, that is true. So cool, man. Well, it sounds like you had an action-packed weekend there at the con.
Yeah, I'm not done yet.
Oh shit!
Did you not remember the text I sent you?
The what?
The text I sent you.
I know you sent me a text a while ago, but on that weekend of stuff, but I don't know exactly what it was, considering I didn't have my phone in front of me. Oh, that's right. You did mention and send me the picture of Tommy Dreamer.
Yes, I didn't send you a picture of Tommy Dreamer.
Did you?
I just met him. I wasn't paying money for the picture.
Oh, I thought I could have swore you sent me like at least a random picture of him. Okay, I saw a picture of him there. He was at the Headlock comic booth.
Yes, he was with Lita, DDP, and someone else.
Yeah. I want to say Jerry Lawler was there at least one day, because Jerry Lawler is a phenomenal artist in his own right.
Yes, maybe Lawler was there. Well, he wasn't at the booth then. It was just DDP, Lita, and Tommy Dreamer. And Tommy was like talking to nobody at that moment, so I'm like, I'm just gonna scooch in and say hello.
Nice.
And then apologize. And Tommy's like, I don't get angry at anyone. You paid your money. I'm like, no, you look pretty angry at me. It's like, I pissed off Tommy Dreamer. I've done something wrong in my life.
Yeah. No, I did the same thing to Al Snow. I asked him for a picture after a show one time, after he put away all of his gimmicks and had no cash box. So in the picture, he looks like he's pissed. I totally didn't even think about that when I asked him for the picture.
Oh my god, I want to see that.
All right, let me see if I can.
That's on Gorilla Blood's Instagram.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it again. That's cool.
Good. That is classic. That is definitely a Daniel Correa thing.
Yeah. So anything else that was good over there other than the stuff you bought and meeting Tommy?
It was just, wandering around, going, okay, this is pretty cool, okay, this is pretty cool, okay, this is pretty cool, but I'm, not interactive enough with shit like that because I don't care that much.
Yeah.
There's a few things I went around going, maybe I'll come back and buy that, never did. That sounds pretty cool, maybe I'll come back and get that, not really. Not that it didn't sound cool, it's just like, I've already spent too much. And then one comic book company that was selling shit there is like, all right, instead of $5 trades, 3 for $10. All hardcovers, $5 each. Well, fuck, that one look.
Nice.
And that's when I spent $40 there.
Yeah, shoot, I'm shocked that. Well, I know a couple of the times that I've been to cons on that last day, they will try as best as they can to sell as much stuff as they can, so they don't have to lug it all back.
You know what I think it is that they're already just so fucking big they don't care.
Yeah, it just depends on who it is, because I know the Fanimecon, they have the regular dealer hall, they have an artist alley, and then they have what they call the quote unquote swap meet, which is basically any Joe Schmo off the street can buy a little spot, set up their own table and do stuff, and sell like garage sale type stuff. And I know those people for sure, it comes down to it and they're selling like books or action figures or video games or whatever. It's like stuff you'd find.
I wouldn't mind like going to a place like that, check that shit out instead.
Yeah.
That's kind of I like thrifty, garage sale-y, podunk, POS, blah 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 type thing.
Yeah. Because you could get, I mean, some people know what they have and what it's worth, and sometimes you go in there and people just bought stuff, had like way too much stuff and they're just getting rid of it, and they figure, okay, cool, it's all it's books, it's action figures, it's other kind of memorabilia. They kind of know what they bought it for, but they don't know what it's worth. So sometimes it's one of those things where like, I'm just trying to get rid of it. I'll give it to you for like an SNES system and 5 games for like $25 on the last day if it doesn't sell for what they're asking for the whole weekend. Which that's insane because usually on eBay those are like $75 to $100 depending on the games.
Hey, like I said, I got one free in my closet right now.
Nice, lucky bastard.
Yeah, that was good. Damn, it feels good shaving these days. I found the right razors finally.
Yay. And we are not sponsored.
They're on sale this week, $6.99, so I have to do that. I actually shave like every 2 or 3 days now.
Nice.
I know.
I wish we were sponsored, because that would be like the perfect transition for like one of those razor company commercials right now.
Yeah, $1 shave club. This is not.
Yeah, exactly. It's
absolutely this wasn't. It was actually Gillette Sensor 3.
Nice.
The disposable ones.
Give us money, Gillette.
I was like, you know what? They're $7. There's 6 blades. There's 4 plus 2 free. Fuck it. Let me buy one, right?
Yeah.
Holy fuck! My face has not become cheddar cheese lately.
Yeah.
Like, remember every once in a while on Instagram I show a picture of like Dr. Tongue from Day of the Dead, or like a picture of a zombie with like no bottom jaw because fucking shaved again. And that's what my face looks and feels like. Not lately.
Nice. Dude, you know what's funny? I'm contemplating doing it to be, I guess, in quote-unquote full character. We were supposed to have homecoming week this week, but because we had some fires locally in the area, and it's been so bad that like the haze has come down from about the 40 miles away where it happened down into where I'm living. And so they said, okay, we're going to cancel a lot of the homecoming stuff because they don't want people to be outside and playing football and all that kind of crap. So they postponed it. But every year they have a teacher skit, and this year the theme is superheroes. So I may be shaving to a point where I only have chops to be a certain adamantium-filled character.
God, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, they're talking about having me be Wolverine. So.
Oh, that is gonna be so bad and good at the same time.
Dude, yeah, and I haven't. Thank God, like they caught me before I actually got a haircut, so my hair is kind of scraggly right now, which works out. And so it's gonna be now. It was supposed to be yesterday, but because of the air quality thing, they postponed it like 2 weeks out. So it's like somewhere around the 23rd or so. Hopefully we'll have pictures.
You better. What do you mean? There's no hope for you.
I know. There will be pictures.
There will be pictures.
Yeah, there will be pictures.
There'll be blood in those pictures.
Yeah, we'll see. No, I got my I got some cheap claws for the time being from the party store, and I'm going as Hugh Jackman version Wolverine with the whole the white wife beater tank top and jeans and that kind of stuff. So
Start doing, squats and shit.
yeah, I gotta like hide my. I gotta like. You know what I should do? I should wear like a white back brace or something like that to kind of like pull all my gut in to make me look a little bit more svelte. Yeah, make me look a little more svelte. And then also I need to make.
That'd be like me saying, I would wear a girdle to look, fat.
Yeah, well, I also need to make sure because I'm thinking about what I might do is if I can find a cool little. A jacket or something like that because he always is wearing cool jackets like leather jackets and stuff. If I can do that with the same getup, I might do that because like I have hella white arms and like trucker tan, so yeah. So either I need to do a jacket or I need to get like some like bronzer and make myself dark.
Just hit the tanning salon, man.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for that shit.
Oh, come on. Fine. Dude, there's no sun in fucking California right now?
Yeah, so.
Oh my god, it's that bad?
It's cooling off and it's been overcast and hazy because of the fires, so. Yeah, it's been kind of nuts.
Yeah, how's that going?
Shoot, man. They're I don't even know if they're even really contained. It was random, dude. Like, one day, it was like 6 fires started randomly, and then the next day, like 3 more popped up. It's like the fires keep traveling and jumping freeways and stuff like that. And part of me, when you hear that many that have started, my brain goes to arson, because it just seemed like.
I was about to ask, is there somebody lighting that up?
Yeah, I don't know yet. They haven't really said anything, but it's been about a little over a week, and the air quality has been real bad. But they it's crazy because it's up in the North Bay, which is a lot of the Napa Valley area where, I mean, again, there's a lot of wineries and vineyards and stuff like that up there. So they're probably going to end up losing a lot of their land if that's the case and it keeps burning the way it is, which would suck because that's that's a very wealthy industry, and people, losing their livelihoods suck. And then they've had to evacuate a bunch of They evacuated a bunch of schools and a hospital up there as well. So yeah, it's starting to get close to home for some people. And the high school I work at, they're doing a drive as well to get clean clothes and toiletries and all that kind of stuff for people. So yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. So yeah. So I'm going to be Wolverine in that thing. And the funny part is I told the activities director of how she can like spin it, because it was supposed to be more Marvel, like the whole assemble thing. And so with all this and it being postponed, like the whole week is gonna like be a do-over. And I'm like, well, why don't you just say like the DC universe wanted to get involved in the action and Flash screwed up the timeline?
They have had crossovers.
So
JLA Avengers, the Justice League, and the Avengers have actually had adventures together.
So hey, it works. So yeah, I was telling the activities director that, and she's like, "Okay, I will talk to the kids about that," because she has no idea. She doesn't follow comics.
I am not that much of a nerd. Why are you that much of a nerd?
Yeah, well, it's funny. Like the kids know me. I sub for the activities director a lot, so the kids know me and who do all the assemblies and stuff like that. So when they have themes and stuff, I will throw out ideas on, hey, here's how you can do your posters. Here's how you might be able to do your skit. Okay, cool. You have, like, one year it was hilarious. They did every grade was, and the staff was one of the feelings in Inside Out. It was awesome, dude. It was awesome. And it was so cool. And can you guess what the staff was? What feeling the staff was out of Inside Out?
Anger.
Try fear.
Might be anger.
Yeah, I thought fear was hilarious for the staff because it's just like, oh my god. Yeah, disgust would be fun. Yeah, I think the seniors were like joy. Of course, they'd take the main.
I don't know. They'd be disgust to me.
Yeah. So no, because they're leaving.
God. Ew. Freshman. Ew.
Yeah, it was funny. So, anything else happen in your weekend then at the con? Anything big?
Yeah, I then broke down said Docking Bay 94C, and that took 4.5 hours.
Holy hell!
And they tried to say, they're saying, look, this amount of work that you're doing right now is so tough. You shouldn't be doing this. Go home. A free pass is not worth this. They're getting sad. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. Why are you still here? So much so that my comic shop, Royal Collectibles on Metropolitan Avenue here in Queens, looked at me and went, hey, I know you. You need a hand truck? Yes.
Nice.
And lent us a hand truck.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that was nice of them.
That was pretty fucking cool. So,
Yes.
yeah, Royal Collectibles, best damn comic shop in New York, and they're in Queens, goddammit. No Midtown Comics, no Forbidden Planet, not knocking Forbidden Planet, though, and Midtown Comics got a hell of a back issue collection. But fuck it. Royal Collectibles is the place to go for all your comic book and geekery needs.
Nice. Yeah, and I was watching. Yeah, I was watching YouTube, and I seen some of the things that I was looking around for you in the background because I watched what is it? Variant Comics, the little thing. I think that's what it's called with Aris Quinones. And
I
I think that's the guy's name. And he was interviewing people on different things when it comes to the con and talking to people about like who is the Last Jedi and all that kind of stuff. And so it's like, interesting. Yeah, so I was looking.
On Sunday, I missed the opportunity to take my phone out and start playing Glorious as walking behind a Bobby Roode costume.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
But he started walking in one direction, I walked in another, so by the time I got the idea, it's just like, aww.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Well, it sounds like you had a fairly productive / made you broke weekend.
Yeah, I won't be spending money anytime soon.
I feel you on that, dude. I absolutely feel you because I did something similar with spending a lot of money on my nephew for his birthday weekend, which was last weekend for me.
And what did you guys do there?
So on the Friday before his birthday party, because he's been getting into wrestling a lot with me. If I'm in here watching wrestling, sometimes he'll come in and just bug me and be like, okay, who's that, and things like that. But he's been getting into it a little bit. He knows who certain people are, and I figure, okay, cool. Right on is the Friday before his birthday party, there's a show locally, Big Time Wrestling. The one I used to work for was having their 21st anniversary show. So it was at one of the high schools out in Fremont, and oh my god, my nephew went crazy. He had such a good time. I wound up.
They remember you there?
Oh yeah, dude, hell yeah, yeah. Everybody still remembers me. I run into the promoter every now and again, going to like NXT shows because he'll be out front promoting, handing out cards and stuff with his crew. So yeah, it's been a while since I've been to one of their shows. But yeah, basically, hey, how's it going? Everybody come up, shake my hand, give me a hug, that remembers me, at least from the crew. The wrestlers, they'll shake my hand or whatnot, but the crew I worked with more closely, on a regular basis, than the wrestlers. But dude, it was fun. We got there early and there was a meet and greet with Bret the Hitman Hart. So my sister, myself, and Isaiah, my nephew, took a picture with Bret Hart because he knows who Bret Hart is because he's seen my pop. And I told him, I'm like, this is the guy I have who's a pop, and the one who wears pink and black all the time. He's like, oh, okay. So I have to show more video of him to Isaiah. And then later on, my sister took a picture with X-Pac, because X-Pac was there too.
I hope she got, disinfected or tetanus shot out.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But he actually was pretty cool. Lonnie called him the 1-2-3 Kid, and he goes, like, dude, I love the fact that you're doing that. That's like my history. I love it. Like, she was afraid to call him that. So, because that's
kind of nice that he gives a shit about the fans enough.
Yeah, because that's how she remembers him, was the 1-2-3 Kid. She didn't really watch too much off and on after the early 90s. I mean, she was still really young when wrestling was on, period, in general, but she remembers the 1-2-3 Kid more so than X-Pac. She didn't watch the DX days. She didn't watch the 6-Pac during WCW days. So, dude, I bought I told my nephew, I was like, hey, you want a mask? And his eyes light up and he goes, oh, cool. So he goes over and it was like $10 for lucha masks for kids, and he's looking at stuff, and there's a mask that he's kind of like, I kind of like that one, and I'm like, I don't know who that one is in my head, and I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm like, okay, let's try to deflect and get him one to pick one that at least I understand and know who it is. And so he winds up seeing one, and I go, dude, what do you think of this one? He goes, oh, that one's kind of cool. And I go, you know, it's funny. He always is asking about, like, is there a guy named this? And just spouts out a random name. Well, he asked one time, is there a guy named Chairman? And I go, actually, there was a guy who was called the Chairman of WCW. And it happened to be... He got a La Parka mask. And the funniest part about it is...
I'm jealous of your nephew right now.
And the funniest part about it, if you look at the mask... I never realized this till now. It's kind of similar to the mask of the villain in Big Hero 6, and that was how I sold it to him as well. So it kind of looks like it a little bit in the face, the little kabuki mask looking thing. So he was sold on that, and that I was excited that he wound up getting that one, and then. Dude, the card was really good. I'm glad that, shockingly, the first match was literally a comedy spot match, and I think it eased him in good enough to where he was laughing and enjoying himself before they got into more serious type of matches and stuff like that. So it kind of eased him in. It was pretty fun. I had a good time with that, and then Saturday was the party, and just being busy helping family set up and take down and all that kind of good stuff. And now he's got wrestling figures now, because that was what he was asking for. He's got a ring. He's got an NXT title. So
more than me, and I've been a wrestling fan for 30 fucking years.
That's what I was telling my folks. I'm like, damn, he got a ring. You want to know what? And I was telling him, you want to know what my ring was? A laundry basket.
That's a great cage.
It was. I was like, but yeah, that was my ring. I flip it over. I have them on top. That's my ring, and then I flip it over for the cage match. So I actually be inside. But
I didn't gather that part.
Yeah. So whatever.
That music sounds like Aaron back.
I was going to see how long you could just sit here without saying anything and listen.
Yeah, so how was the job treating you right now? Is it slow, I'm guessing?
I've just about got everyone checked in for the night.
Nice.
So that's good. So now I'm just sitting there sipping my coffee, trying to make sure I stay awake.
Yeah, don't fall asleep, please.
Yeah, no, I won't fall asleep at least for another few hours.
So, right.
What's your shift then?
5 o'clock in the morning.
What time is it now?
Almost 11:30 there.
11:22.
Oh, okay. So that means you're an hour earlier than me, because yay, I'm the only one at 10:15, 2017.
Future
Yeah,
boy.
it's still,
I am the only one that's halfway through October officially now.
Yeah.
It's just now lunchtime where Daniel's at.
No.
Maybe time for an early dinner.
Or late dinner. It's like almost 9:30. Come on.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Shoot. So, hey, what is it? Do you guys, you got a TV or something there to keep you occupied, right? I mean, you can.
Well, yeah. The TV's kind of like I'm sitting here at the desk right now. I've got my laptop, so like for example, last night I sat here and watched like 5 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead, and like that's pretty much what, man. I love The Walking Dead.
I haven't watched season 6 or 7. I think it has to at least be one season I missed.
Why would you just not watch the Negan season?
Because the last thing I saw was Abraham die, and that was like the end of it for me.
Abraham? Like it didn't even bother you that Glenn died?
I knew Glenn was going to get it. I so fucking knew Glenn was going to get it. And while it sucks because Steven Yeun was a fantastic character on the show, I knew he was going to fucking get it. Like, the whole point was he was going to fucking get it. They've been teasing it for 5 seasons that he was going to fucking get it. When he got it, he got it good.
Did you see the
Mother Dick did not deserve to go out that way. Actually, no, he definitely deserved to go out that way. It was so much better than what he did in the fucking comics. Literally, I'm strolling down the street talking about a girl I used to like. Arrow to the head, continue talking. Dead. Seriously, that's how he fucking went in the comics.
Did you guys happen to see that they filmed different outcomes of every single person that was kneeling just to be on the safe side, so no spoilers?
Oh my god. The one that leaked was the one with Maggie.
Oh, dude, Aaron was crying, I bet.
Yeah, it was not very...
That would be one of the hardest ones to do. So I was kind of hoping it was going to be both Maggie and Daryl, because it would just be the whole shit show that followed.
Oh my god.
Forget the fact that she was pregnant
Yeah.
while it happened, but, I mean, it's Lauren Cohan, and, you know, I'm in love with her, so...
Dude, it's funny because, like, a lot of the main characters on that, like, are all British, and it's really funny to hear them, or Australian or whatever. They're not American, and so they have, like, they put on their American accents, and I'm like, wow. Don't you hear them talk in real life doing interviews? Some of them, anyway.
Yeah.
Like, whatever happens when she's hiring American actors to play a Southern person, what happened?
No, that's
But then again, Kofi Kingston played a Jamaican dude for how long?
that is true, and
Like, there isn't any Jamaican wrestlers out there with an accent you can just hire?
I mean, we can always go back to the 80s when Fisher Stevens played an Indian guy. So, I mean, it was freaking terrible. Now you got people who are complaining about, oh, they're hiring white people to play Ghost in the Shell. So, whatever. It's an anime. But they hired... Scarlett Johansson was in Ghost in the Shell. So...
Why
Yeah,
must
do
we
that.
keep bringing that up?
I'm just saying, they're talking about they're supposed to be doing like a live action like Aladdin film now, and somebody was complaining about like the like one of the actors not being Middle Eastern, and I'm sitting there going, Agrabah's a made up place.
Still, though.
Whatever.
Still, I mean, it makes sense.
I know.
I mean, remember we were talking about how we thought they were going to whitewash Mulan for a second there?
Yeah, that would have been
And
silly.
at one point, there was thoughts of doing that.
Yeah.
Scott, do you watch Rick and Morty?
I only seen the first season.
Oh, so you missed the whole Szechuan sauce thing.
Yes, thank God.
Dude, it's a pandemic now.
Dude.
Oh, God. But if I already didn't boycott McDonald's,
Yeah, now you have a whole new reason to boycott McDonald's, the Szechuan sauce.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough of it.
see, so I don't know. For some reason, every time I hear you say it, not Szechuan, it's Chef Swan sauce. That's what I'm hearing you say right now, Chef Swan. And I'm just thinking of a fucking goose with a chef hat right now going, ah!
A chef named Swan?
No, an actual swan.
wearing a chef's hat.
Who's even?
Szechuan.
I actually know somebody whose real name is Swan. I kid you not.
His first name Rich?
No. His real first name is Swan.
Wait, what?
I'm dead serious. Yeah, it's one of the kids who played for me at the high school, played sports for me. Yeah, his real name is Swan. He's from his family is originally from Burma, Myanmar, whatever the hell you want to call it, the Chinese province or whatever that turned into its own country.
Is his last name Song?
No. That'd be kind of silly if that was the case.
Is
But
it Tonbom?
no.
So you guys just reminded me of something. Here where I live in Monticello, we have a website where everybody goes for their local news, and they actually have the local mugshots.
Oh God.
I saw a man's name on here the other day, and I can't remember what it was, but I'm gonna look it up real quick because it's hilarious.
I'm shocked that, I mean, again, maybe I'm stereotyping, but you guys don't have like a town crier or something. I mean, small town Arkansas.
A town what?
Small town Arkansas. You don't have a town crier. Hear ye, whatever. Okay, that one went way over Aaron's head.
That's like the equivalent of being racist.
No. Not even.
You're being very prejudiced to small towns there. Like, really, sir? That's kind of offensive.
Whatever.
Where is this guy?
I'm waiting for the comment back from Aaron about going and making him a burrito. Come on.
Oh, by the way, Daniel, you remember that night where we were trying to play video games and that crack kid ended up in my apartment?
Oh, dude. You gotta tell Scott this. Oh my God.
Well, her mugshot is on here too.
Oh my God. Yeah, we were on Call of Duty online on the PlayStation, and all of a sudden he's saying, "Hang on a second," and some lady was out front of the apartment, like asking him, like through the door, "Can I use your bathroom?" or some shit.
Yeah, and she ended up in my apartment, and she wouldn't leave, and she was asking for food and water. I offered to call the police so that she could have a ride home, and she was like, no, don't do that. I was like, oh, crap. But in the chat here, I just posted a link to this guy's mugshot. Just look at his name.
Nice. Good job, family. I would want to shoot my parents if that was my name.
That dude probably did shoot his parents in the look at them.
Goodness.
Yeah, probably.
Guy's name is James Edward James. I'm saying just
Mr.
put.
James, please stand.
Yeah.
Here, Your Honor. What's your first name, Mr. James?
I just want to see, like, the person when he was in school, like, James.
Dude, I legit had a friend whose first and last name were both Hafed. I kid you not.
I mean, I'm just thinking in my head, like, Mr. James? Yes. Yeah. First name, please? James? No, first name. James. Okay, what's your last name? James.
That'd be hilarious. That sounds like a bad comedy skit.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good, man. Shoot. Oh, man. All right. Well, shoot, we've been talking about the weeks and stuff going on. Anything good happen with you, Aaron?
This is it for me.
Work.
Yeah, and the occasional killing of the rebel scum with you.
Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront. That was fun. All right. Well, hey, Scott, you want to run down your list for 31 Nights of Halloween?
No, I want you to run down yours first.
Okay, sounds good to me. I got it here in front of me. I think the last show that we had, it was literally like the day before October started. So I don't think we've actually gone through this at all yet.
We have not.
So I have to start all the way from the beginning. So I started by watching the first Saw movie, which again I am a glutton for punishment with those movies, and I actually kind of like the plot lines, which you'll see by the end of my spiel here.
I do like the first Saw movie, and I even like the second one now. I kind of want to watch the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and not the seventh, because I've heard that's horrible.
Yeah, and then they're making another one as like a prequel or something about Jigsaw itself. So, yeah, so I watched that. I watched Hostel for the first time.
Yeah, I have no. I used to own that at one point. I never watched it. I gave it away before I had a chance to, because I just feel like it's going to be a little too much for me.
It has its moments where it's kind of bad, but in itself, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not great either. This is the one that was kind of borderline, considering the fact that again, Hulu actually tagged it as horror. The Silence of the Lambs.
I still say it's more thriller than horror.
So, I mean, because
well, thriller and horror do overlap, like suspense and thriller and horror and suspense, and I don't know. It's not enough to me to be a horror film.
Okay, eight guys face off. War doesn't mask to escape custody. I think that.
But you see that shit in other films anyway. They're not horror films.
But that was in 1991.
Okay, you still see they've had plenty of freaky shit by then.
So okay, well, so that's my questionable one. Then I watched Sleepy Hollow, which is the 99 edition with Johnny Depp, which is freaking awesome. What was that? Oh, I thought you started to say something and stopped. I watched An American Werewolf in London. That's the first time I'd ever watched that one, so it was kind of, had its moments where it was like, oh, cool, he's a werewolf, he's going through and doing whatever, and okay, whatever.
Transformation scene still killer though.
Yeah. I watched one called The Girl in the Photographs. It's from 2015, so it's more recent. Kal Penn is in it, and he's like a stoned like photographer who like flies out somewhere to go take photos of like small town girls and thinks, okay, cool, I'm gonna maybe sleep with them and bring them back to LA to be models or whatever. But in the process, something happens where a killer's on the loose, where they like literally will take a picture of the corpse like in the process of killing him, and then put him out there for everybody to see, and they still haven't caught it. So it's kind of neat. So he actually took inspiration and was like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna go do this, and he wants to like recreate even some of like the looks, and I'm like, oh god, that's weird. So let's see, I watched 88 version of The Blob.
I have never seen that.
It's not bad. I didn't mind it. One of the Dillon brothers is in it. I don't know which one it is, but one of them is in it. It was pretty fun to watch. I watched the 2013 remake of Evil Dead.
I have a copy of that I need to pick up from Tomas. It's apparently the extended cut that they only released in the European Union.
Huh.
So there's a Blu-ray that they put together of it that's actually region free. So I bought that.
Nice. Yeah. No, it was good.
I need to pick it up though. I need to pick up that and Exterminators from the year 3000.
Interesting. Yeah, I liked it.
He left me for a meal, so fuck, let me order some movies.
Nice. Then I watched the pseudo horror comedy, I guess if you want to call it comedy, by Kevin Smith called Tusk.
Justin Long is an underrated actor at times.
Dude, yeah, Justin Long is in it. Haley Joel Osment got fat.
Well, yeah.
He's in it for a cup of coffee. And then, so basically the premise of the story, Justin Long is a radio show host, like us, podcast, radio show host. And he
gets fans.
Yeah, and of all things, it's called the Not See Party. That's the name of the show. But if you say it real fast, it sounds terrible.
I As all good puns do.
Yeah. So, but he goes up to Canada to go interview some guy who accidentally cut his foot off with like a freaking katana sword or something like that. And the guy ends up offing himself while he's in the air and lands in Canada, and he goes to the house to go interview the guy, and he realizes the kid's dead. So he's trying to find something else to do, and he stumbles upon this story on the wall that had a little pamphlet in the bathroom, and it's like this guy talking about how his life was all crazy and whatnot. So he goes to interview this guy, and the guy is like basically a psychopath who wants to like turn him into a walrus. It's weird. It's really weird. And then I watched Cockneys vs. Zombies. Hella underrated film, and it's really good.
So stupid, but so funny.
It is very, very good. I like that movie. I watched.
You might have to watch the subtitles sometimes, though.
Yeah, sometimes I don't get all the references, but I remember
me and Tomas one time we watched a movie called Dead Meat. Now it's a Irish horror film, about mad cow disease and shit like that, and we really had and one guy had such an accent on it, okay, sometimes.
Nice.
So it's a film in English and we still can't understand.
The thick accents, yeah.
There's thick accents, and then there's holy shit, that is a Dan Goodman for Roseanne milkshake thick.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, let's see how many people actually get that.
Nice. Oh, man. Then I watched 1997's Cube, which...
I think I know that one.
Basically, a bunch of people they wake up and they're each in like a cube. They eventually find each other as they're doing, but it's basically like a maze. And certain rooms are booby-trapped and other rooms are not, and they're trying to get out. It's kind of cool.
I've never seen that, and I want to.
Yeah, it's I can't remember if that was on Netflix or if it was on Hulu. I can't remember off the top of my head. But
I'm gonna have to plug in my. You know what I need to do? I need to get a FireWire so I can watch Hulu in my bedroom, because apparently the player that I have in here, the one that you guys bought for me, is not working.
Oh no!
My Wi-Fi, so I have no problem just plugging it in. I just need the wire.
Okay, as long as it works still. That sucks.
Oh no, shit! I've been watching the fuck out of it, man.
Right on.
Holy fuck! Once we got that thing to work, the right
Yeah, the cord.
Right converter.
Yeah.
It's been a beautiful little thing, man.
Right on. Yeah. Now, Cube was a good one. It was one of those things where it's funny because each of the characters has a certain skill set, and and so they all kind of have to kind of work together. It's pretty cool. Some of the one of the death scenes is brutal. It was pretty. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Then here's another borderline one, which I got the thumbs up from Scott after the fact, but I was watching my nephew the other night, and we watched Monster House. Now, I've never seen that one either, so I had no idea what it was going into it, other than, okay, cool, it's a house that's alive. Dude, that movie, if a kid wasn't ready for it, I could see, if parents turn this on for your 4-year-old, 5-year-old, whatever, dude, that might spook some kids for being for just a cartoon. The house coming to life, and the rug being the tongue and lashing out and grabbing a dog off the freaking yard. Dude, it was a good little movie, and the backstory behind it is kind of unique too. So it wasn't just crotchety old man living in the house, and yeah, so there's a reason why he's so crotchety. Then I watched the Ruins.
Don't know that one at all.
Bunch of kids on a trip to Mexico, and they run into a guy who's a tourist there to meet his brother, who is doing a archaeology excavation on a Mayan temple or something like that, or Aztec temple. And so they go with this guy as in their last day, so they go on an adventure to go see it. And what they don't realize is basically the temple is basically, I don't want to say haunted. It's more like it's poison diseased. It's really weird. So when they first get there, one of the they walk towards it, and one of the girls accidentally like steps in some of the vines, and then like out of nowhere, here come the locals and basically be like, "No, you're not leaving now." And then you slowly start to see like all of a sudden the vines start like growing and going into like people's skin and shit, dude. It was weird. It was a really weird movie. It came out in 2008. The dude who plays Iceman in the X-Men movies is in it, and then the one of the chicks who was in the Hunger Games, the later ones, she was one of the champions that came back to. I can't think of her name, but yeah. So there's that, and then it had a Saw marathon. Continued on Saw 2, Saw 3, Saw 4 today. So got my basically bad 90s actors fixed today, because I got Donnie Wahlberg, who is a performer turned actor, musician turned actor in one movie. You got Beverly Mitchell from Seventh Heaven in another one. Who else was in that? We got the chick who plays Dizzy from Starship Troopers in it. The original Saw had Danny Glover. So.
And Carrie Ellis.
Oh, Carrie Ellis, yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
Yeah, you know, Robin Hood.
Yeah, that is right. Robin of Locksley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so and he got tubby too, man. Yeah, he's not the skin.
He was tubby. He was just getting up there.
He's got dad bod. he's
Oh, right. It's not like he doesn't have fat dad bod.
No.
He has squishy dad bod.
He's average.
You know, he's not svelte and built, but he's also healthy.
So, but
I need dad bod. I'm gonna be that.
So, but yeah, so I'm up to now. Going into this week, I was like 4 behind, and now I'm 2 ahead. So I'm happy with where I'm at now. I literally in the last like 4 days like crammed in a bunch. So.
Well, that's more than I've been doing until recently, because I spent most of this week not doing a fucking thing because I could barely move and should have taken days off from work, but I didn't because I'm an idiot and needed to make sure the world didn't blow up, and fuck, I'm still in so much pain. Like, seriously, while you've been talking, I've been rotating my shoulder the whole time. It's been killing me right now. I'm going to take some Tylenol and acetaminophen in a few.
Hey, well, hey. Got to do what you need to do, man.
5 then. What I need to do is replace my arm with a cybernetic one.
That'd be kind of neat.
No, wait, this is my drawing arm.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, if they connected your cybernetic arm straight to your brain, I mean, then it could.
I draw what I really want.
Yeah, I mean that'd be kind of awesome actually. Anything that just pops in your head is automatically drawn. Like no need to have like your own skill level. Your skill level is expert automatically.
What's the point?
True. I guess. All right. So what's your list?
1 second, I'm writing something. I will. My list is on the same page as your list.
Okay.
So far on my list, every entry has been a DV December entry as well.
Holy hell!
I've been trying to do as much of that as possible. Not that I have a loss for horror films when it comes to all the shit Tomas gave me. Most of the stuff on my pile is shit Tomas gave me, or shit that most of it's just shit Tomas gave me. I'm looking at my pile right now. Let's see, which one of those I bought? I bought 1.
Jeez Louise.
2. That was a gift from someone else. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, technically I bought those 2 myself. 4. Sledgehammers, 5. Return of the Living Dead, 6. Jacob's Ladder, 7. Shin Godzilla, 8. Voices is 9. Okay. I also paid for The Evil Dead, Sleepy Hollow, and The Hills Have Eyes. So 12. 12 on my pile/list that I've already watched. 12. I've actually paid for it.
Nice.
There's I got enough there for 31 Nights of Halloween and then some.
Okay.
So, yeah. Alright, so I decided to start with The Evil Dead, because Evil Dead's a classic, and I watched it with the Bruce Campbell commentary, because I've already watched this movie several times. The reason why I watched this version this way is because my Blu-ray doesn't have any special features whatsoever. So when I found this DVD and bought it thinking, oh man, I finally got the full screen version of it, then I go home and look at the Blu-ray and I'm like, oh man, the Blu-ray has a full screen version on it. Then I look at the Blu-ray and go, the Blu-ray has nothing on it. And I look at the DVD and like, commentary, stills, backgrounds. I'll be buying this.
Nice.
Like, yes, I shall keep this for myself because it actually has shit on it. Then I marathoned the first 3 Phantasm films. I've actually never seen a one of them. And the first one's a mindfuck like no other. The second one's more straightforward, but I kind of liked it more because of its straightforwardness, and it was pretty goofy at times. So.
Right on. I've never even heard of them.
Yeah, I really only knew of them. Hell, the person who worked with Docking Bay 94C, she knew a bit more than I did before I watched them. She's like, is that the one with the funky ball? I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh, okay. Like, god damn it, where the fuck was I when this was coming out?
I have
Like, she knew that.
no idea.
Granted, when it came out, she was either 2 or 3, so. Sleepy Hollow, like you, I watched Sleepy Hollow.
Such a good movie.
It's entertaining as all hell, yes. I watched a movie called Corruption, which is a Grand Moff Tarkin horror film.
Okay.
Peter Cushing.
Okay.
I couldn't think of his name for a second, so I went with the character that I knew him best as. And most people would know who I'm talking about if I say that.
Yes.
But, yeah, Peter Cushing plays a doctor whose fiancée gets a burned face. He finds a way to cure her face, but only temporarily, and it takes using brains of living women. So he then becomes a murderer. I watched the international version where the woman that got killed had her titties showing.
Ooh.
Yeah, the 1969 titties, baby. Then I watched a film called Prison, another one that apparently Tomas didn't enjoy, where I found it was pretty damn entertaining. So I'm going to just go with it and enjoy it. I'll take it. I have no problem with that. People are stuck in a prison. Someone who died in prison years ago. His spirit's coming back to life. He was an innocent man who was killed by the now prison guard who knew he was innocent. It was a haunted prison movie.
Sounds like a good one, though.
Yeah, but Zeus was in it, and so was the Reanimator. So. Wait, no, the Reanimator was in a different one. But Zeus was in this one. Zeus.
Zeus as in...
Tommy Lister Jr.
Yeah, I was going to be like, Tiny Lister? Really? That's cool.
He actually went full Zeus in the fucking movie, too.
That's awesome.
Like, he's the biggest guy in the film. Literally, the biggest fucking guy in the film. And throughout the film, he's like, nah, we don't want to have any confrontation. We don't want any problems. We don't want anything. He gets shot. He goes fucking apeshit, picks up a guy, cracks him in half, drops it himself in the chest a few times, and then collapses and dies.
Nice.
I'm like, man, he's so not Tommy Lister Jr. Oh, there he is. Oh, God, I love the fact that, like, for most of his early films, he got paid to pretty much hit himself in the chest. That was his stick. He even did that shit in Armed and Dangerous.
Never,
you don't know that, do you?
Nope, never seen that one.
My God.
I haven't seen a lot of things.
And you're kind of ahead, so if you can find it, please just watch it when you can, because it's a comedy with Eugene Levy,
Okay.
John Candy, I think James Caan is in it, Meg Ryan in one of her earliest roles, and Tommy Lister Jr.
Okay.
That cast alone should tell you to watch it.
Alright, what else did you get?
After that, I watched Castle Freak. That had the Reanimator in it.
Wait, I think you skipped one.
Oh, yes. The Hills Have Eyes, the original 1977 version.
Yay!
I will say this. The first time I saw it, I wasn't a huge fan. I found a copy of it. It was a really nice copy. I was like, fuck it, let me watch it again. It was only going to cost me $3. If I don't like it, I give it away. Right? Well, upon second viewing, I actually really enjoyed it.
I think I watched that last year for the first time.
You know, I liked it a lot more this time around. I'm glad it's in my collection now. Then I watched Castle Freak.
Which is what? What is that about?
Jeffrey Combs' character is the heir to a family who has a castle, who had a son. The Baroness who was in the castle, who died, who left it to his family, actually had a son who was a freak, so they left in the basement, who eventually escapes and tries to... It's weird. It's not very good, but it's not very bad either. It's kind of just middle of the ground. I think if it was a little faster, or they focused on the creature's makeup more often, instead of, like, after a while they put him in a burlap sack on his head, probably just because it took too long to put the fucking makeup on every day.
Yeah.
It had potential to be really interesting, and it was just kind of middle of the road. Then I marathoned all 3 Slumber Party Massacres. First one, entertaining, lots of titties, you know, a good horror slasher. Second one, spiritual horror slasher, not as many titties, still a good fucking movie, actually better than the first. The third one, utter trash.
Trash.
If I could break the DVD in half and just get rid of that half of the totally fuck up Slumber Party Massacre 2, so I'm not gonna do that. And then last night I watched for the first time ever People Under the Stairs.
What is that about?
Okay, so Ving Rhames and his, little boy are trying to rob this house, but the people in there who are brother and sister have a daughter, and they keep trying to kidnap the perfect son, but they're not, so they keep them under the stairs, and they're all batshit insane. They try to kidnap the kid and then kill the kid, but the kid escapes, finds gold, brings gold with him, saves mom in the house, but still goes back to fuck around and try to save the little girl. It's weird. It's like the movie felt like it ended at like the 1 hour mark, and then the kid went back and like, what? Oh, he's gonna save the girl. Okay. Okay, sure, we'll go with it. Pad it out for another half hour, sure. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. I would definitely watch it again. It just not this year. Maybe not next. Maybe in a few years.
Okay.
And that's where I am right now. And after we're done recording this show in about half an hour, probably, hopefully, eventually, whenever, or now, even, I'm going to throw on a movie.
Nice. Which, anyone in particular?
Let me see. Well, the ones that I really want to see at the moment, I want to watch Return of the Living Dead, the Scream Factory version, because it has all the original songs but one. Like, the version that I have on DVD right now, they had to put whole new songs in.
I remember you saying
that.
I
recognize.
Yeah, I remember you saying that because they lost copyright claim to...
Yeah, apparently there's a German copy that has all the original songs, but it's region fucking 2.
Yeah.
Of course, Tomas is region-free Blu-ray player, so of course he gets to buy it and watch it.
Lucky bum.
At least I'll take what I got now, you know? And I'm keeping the DVD version, so I have the new soundtrack one at least also. But I got that. I'm looking at maybe watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and 2 tomorrow, because I've never seen either. Army of Darkness, I've seen the regular version, I've seen the director's cut. Apparently there's a European cut and a made-for-television cut on that set as well.
How the hell do you show that movie on television?
Apparently we were going to find out eventually.
God damn.
I'm looking forward to seeing what that's the thing that always bugs me, man. There are some movies out there that actually had extra scenes for television. I remember, you ever watch Naked Gun 33 and a third?
It's been a long time.
But there's a scene where they actually show her throwing away the ring. And I can't remember, I haven't seen the movie in a while, but there's also a scene where someone finds the ring and she gets it back. There's a whole bunch of shit that was on television that wasn't in the fucking actual theatrical cut of the film. I want shit like that. Those bonus scenes should be available in some fashion. You should be able to be like, would you like to include bonus scenes with your film? Yes, please, give me every fucking extra scene that's in this film, you know? I know there's a version, I think Get Smart, the 2008 version.
The Kali version.
Yeah, the Kali version, sure. That's the big star.
Hey, that's what they made it sound like on WWE.
Well, yes. But still, I think you can have the option to watch that film with all the different Steve Carell bloopers added in, like all the different versions Steve Carell did of certain scenes. Like, it would go through each one of those scenes.
That's funny.
So when he's throwing up into the bag and the thing turns upside down, and like there's like all different versions of it. I think there's like they show each one.
Nice.
What else am I willing to watch? The Battery is a movie I really want to see. I don't know if I want to watch it tonight though.
No idea what that one is.
Huh?
No idea what that one is.
Okay, so it's actually a zombie apocalypse film starring two people. Now the reason why it's called The Battery is because these two people were part of a baseball team. One was the pitcher, one was the catcher.
Okay.
And you know your baseball terminology, that is called The Battery.
I get it. Yep.
So when I heard that, I was like, that is a brilliant fucking title. And everyone's like, why are they calling it that? Like, do they just beat zombies to death with a baseball bat out? Like, is that just armed and like, you know... assault and battery?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Baseball fans will get that.
It actually makes sense if you're a baseball fan. I've had to explain that to so many fucking people. They all go, I don't get it.
Yeah.
So many people just like, wow, that makes no sense to me.
It's all good. Hey, Aaron, you still there? I guess.
I heard his phone go a while ago.
Oh, I missed that. I haven't paid attention to what's going on. He started watching some stuff himself too. That's why I was gonna go to him.
Really?
He hasn't watched much, but I don't think he hasn't posted anything up on the site yet.
Oh, he must put his list up now.
So I don't know what in the way of stuff he's watched. Let me I'm gonna mess.
We're getting some more people on the forum. It's nice. We get some activity. At least 8 or 9 people on the forum are like active at the same day. That's a start. It's not like it's great, but it's better than none.
Yeah, I mean, I just seen Tomas threw up his list there too.
Yeah, Living Dead Girl, Tomas, codename Bags. I'm sorry, Aaron, that's just a stupid name. Tony Hates Everything. I love that name. You know, a guy named Smeets, because that's... I just like the idea of Smeet. What's Smeet? Spreadable meat.
Yeah, Pizza Boy Massacre. I want to see that movie now. If that's legitimately...
I know, right?
Is that legitimately a movie?
I don't know. I kind of want it. Let's Google that.
Because seriously, the Tomas's avatar, it says, first you get a slice, then you get sliced.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, dude. Now I want to go watch that.
I don't think it's come out yet. If it's out, I don't know what it is. Updated August 24th, 2017. It's in post-production. It looks like it's an Indiegogo movie.
Oh, nice.
So it was a crowd-funded film.
Nice. I like that. That's kind of cool, though.
It's a horror comedy.
Nice.
Some reason it's not letting me go to the page. Fuck you, Indiegogo. There's apparently, they started working on it back in 2014.
Oh, wow. So it's been going for a while now.
Yeah, hopefully this is a legitimate thing and that, next year we'll be adding this to our lists.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Hey, I got to show you something, because I saw this game, and it's going to take you right now to a Google image search just so you can see some of the images from this game. It's a brand new game that just came out. It's called Cuphead.
Again, Mugman and Cuphead, or Cuphead and Mugman?
Yeah, Cuphead. Yeah, it's called Cuphead, yeah, but with Cuphead and Mugman. Have you seen the animation, the artwork for this thing?
Yes, I have, because we've talked about it on the forum.
Oh, dude, this is so cool, man. I've started watching people
Well,
do.
the animation's fantastic, but hearing how this game is played and all that shit, it would drive me absolutely insane. I'd break my controllers.
Yeah, it's a platformer. I mean, but the comic booky, old school like animation, like almost like what's the best way to put it? The styling. It feels more like a Popeye.
It's a 1950s Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah, I mean it does have that feel to
like
it.
Bosco.
That's the one I was trying to think of. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, dude, it's really cool, man. I really like. I mean, they got. I mean, everything that you could think of that was like stereotypical in that era, from pirates to smoking to talking and dancing vegetables. Yeah.
From inside an actual birdhouse.
Yeah, and then of course you get to face the devil. So. Yeah, so dude, it looked really cool, man. I was just like, dude, this. I wonder if you had seen it yet. I thought that was so cool.
Oh yeah, I've seen it, and I will never play this only because it would drive me fucking insane. I'd break stuff.
Yeah, I was been watching a guy called the Mexican Runner do speed runs of it, and it's pretty crazy, man. He's able to beat the game in like under depending on what style of run, if he does like no skips or all bosses, any percentage or whatever, he's beaten the game in like under 25 minutes. It's insane. I think he has the world record right now, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
So, but yeah, dude, I thought that game was pretty badass looking, especially like the mermaid that eventually turns into Medusa. I thought that was kind of a
I love the character design. It's
Yeah.
very well done.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Or they have like the psychic ability carrot that has like a third eye, which is always they always joke around and say carrots are good for your eyes and good for your vision. So I kind of thought that was kind of a good little play on that as well. So oh man, and holy crap, dude! It's we also missed a pay-per-view last week too. I just was thinking.
Oh shit! Yes, wrestling. Fuck. Forgot we talk about that every once in a while.
Yeah, and we got a pay-per-view next weekend already, a week from tomorrow.
Oh shit! I gotta call Tomas and make sure see if I can come by next Sunday then.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
This will be like the first. Like I couldn't go 2 weeks ago. I couldn't go last Sunday because I went to Comic-Con, and I had to be at work at 9 o'clock in the morning the next day. Damn it. 2 weeks before that, I went to the fucking Ren Fair.
Yeah.
Didn't get home until about 10:30 at night anyway, so I wasn't going to be going. I didn't even watch the pay-per-view that night. I tried watching it. I still haven't even watched No Mercy, actually. Not that I feel like I missed anything.
Yeah, it's
All right, let's talk about how the main event of Hell in a Cell was the first fucking match.
Yes. Holy hell. Probably one of the best cage matches ever. And
So I just want to say this match reiterates my wanting of the Usos as Wrestler of the Year.
yeah, no, I can totally see why that made sense. But
They're straight up the Wrestler of the Year. But they're two guys. I don't care. Cut the trophy in half. They both fucking deserve it. I can't get over how fucking good they. First of all, the Usos and the New Day are just the personification of what tag team wrestling should be.
damn.
They've had the best feud going on this whole year, and yes, that's the year that includes Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. I can't believe those are words coming out of my mouth, but shit, that was a fucking fantastic feud. This is oh my god, I can't get over how good their matches have been. The matches just tend to get better and better with each match that they have, and they're different every time.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing for guys that have wrestled on and off for the last 5 months to do.
What was it? The dude. How many how many times in that match did you just kind of go, oh my god, like, really? Like,
I kind of sat with the last 10 minutes of the match with my mouth just going, oh.
well, okay, 2 trombones.
I was like, wait, this is getting stupid. Why is this getting so stupid? And then it was just like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, they had two trombones, and then
Those were kind of brutal. Like, after how they were used,
yeah, and
my brain went, that's not kosher.
and it was a fucking gong.
There was a gong. There was a cowbell.
Yeah, the cowbell. That was fun. Of course, the obligatory Blue Oyster Cult joke was made.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, one of the Usos got legitimately like trapped in the corner using kendo sticks as like would be like almost like ropes or partitions keeping them stuck there.
Yeah, it didn't last long, but it was fucking cool when they did it.
Yeah. And dude, Kofi's the smart one of that group, not being in that match. Is he still hurt or something? Is that why he wasn't wrestling in it? Or
I don't know, but I'm kind of glad that honestly that match kind of proved to me that Xavier Woods is ready for a singles run himself.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that he could either be the stud on 205, or he could be the mid card title holder.
Honestly, I would love to see him and oh god, him and Baron Corbin for the U.S. title.
That'd be fun.
Baron Corbin just throwing him the fuck around, and then Woods playing comeback like he does.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude, that's and you also kind of gave away a little bit of a result there, but yeah, Baron Corbin stole the U.S. title from AJ Styles in a triple threat.
The second best match of the night.
Yes, that was it, and the
show was over.
Well, here's the fun part. We thought the show was over. Personally, I thought, okay, cool. The last match is going to be Shane jumping off the cage and whatever. And then the holy shit swerve of the night, Sami Zayn comes out to help Kevin Owens.
That was the only good thing about
that match.
That was, and then the promo that followed
on Tuesday. Yeah, dude, the whole.
Oh God, Sami Zayn heel turn, and it worked so far.
Yeah, he's not. You could tell he's not a bad guy. Like, it's hard for him to play heel, but it was one of those things where it's not like he is Kevin Owens evil. He's just, okay, I now see what Kevin's talking about, so maybe I'm not going to be the bubblegum guy that I used to be in the past.
Yeah, and I like the idea of that.
So, and
if this leads to a push for him finally, like, they have to understand the talent this man has. Just let him and Nakamura go at it for a title.
Yeah, and I'm just
insane.
I'm just glad that they didn't try to pull some shit, like, because I've seen people online saying, oh, you know what they should have done? It shouldn't have been Sami Zayn. It should have been El Generico coming back from the dead or something like that. And I'm like, guys, that would have been hokey as fuck. And WWE doesn't own the rights to El Generico, so it won't happen. But I honestly, I'm cool with this, and even to a point where if you wanted to give them a name, which I think honestly, their last names happen to be perfect for this, because they can be their tag team name could be Oz, Owens and Zayn, Oz.
Or they're just a tag team who needs a name.
I don't know. I like having when teams have names. I don't know. It's just me.
All teams don't need names.
I guess.
God, you sound so defeated right now.
I mean, but it's one of those things where, like, how many times, like, we didn't need Dash and Dawson to have a name, but we got the Revival, and it's worked out better. I like their name better.
I like that they were the Mechanics, too, you know?
And that was, like, an unofficial name. They never actually called them that.
No, I think they did, like, 1 or 2 shows, and that was it.
So, but,
early on, before they became, the tag team that we know them as.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Dawson's still doing house shows at least, so he's still getting some work in.
Yeah. And, okay, I gotta ask you this, because somebody posted this online, and they're trying to get people's opinions. Can you say that the Ascension are being buried or pushed
Yes.
right now.
I'm going to just say yes.
Because it's kind of like one of those things where you're in one of the highest rated segments every week, but you're not wrestling.
But they did wrestle.
Once. They've wrestled once.
They did wrestle recently, and they still were able to play up the skit, too.
Yeah, they've wrestled once on television in like 3 months.
Yeah, but you know what? They're not getting fired.
That's true.
They're still around, and they obviously have something going for them. So, hey, look, they haven't asked to be released, so maybe that's working for them.
And speaking of that, there's a rumor going around.
Let's also point out how the promo that opened up the show on Tuesday for SmackDown was fucking fantastic.
With the Usos and the
The
New Day.
Usos, the New Day, first of all, talking about, and the Usos did most of the talking, and once you finally understood what they were talking about, it was about respect.
Yeah.
And, we may not be friends, but shit, dog, we respect you.
Yeah, that's for damn
That's
sure.
what it came down to. And then, who came out first?
I think it was... Who was it? I don't remember.
Oh, the Hype Bros.
Hype Bros? Okay.
The Hype Bros came out talking about how they want to get,
Oh, they got to start...
a title shot.
Yeah.
And then Benjamin and
Gable
come out talking about, we just kicked your asses twice, so get in the back of the line. And then the Usos are like, nah, Hype Bros, Gable's right. Who knew he was the smart one? Get in the back of the line. Well, you know what, you two? Get in the back of the line. Then Breezango comes out, and right after them, the Ascension comes out. Will you stop following us? And then the Usos go off on all of them, except for Breezango. They're doing Benjamin and you're in the Uso Penitentiary. Hype Bros, you're in the Uso Penitentiary. Ascension, you're in the Uso Penitentiary. Then they go, Breezango. It's like, no, wait, no. And you just hear, what's his name? Woods. Breezango's cool. We like them. And you just hear one of the Jimmys, either Jimmy or Jay. I can never tell them apart. I don't try to, honestly.
I'm with you.
They're Jim Jays. So one of the Usos goes, nah, man, I love the Fashion Files. They're cool. It's like, yeah, Breezango's cool. The rest of y'all are in the penitentiary, and then they set up a match. And then Daniel Bryan's like, no! Everyone out of the ring! Because they're having a match!
Yeah.
I'll say this, though. Gable can talk.
Oh, yeah.
Who knew that this guy would be the fucking, the young buck of the group that would actually, I think he's going to go on to make the money. I know they're trying to push the shit out of Jason Jordan on Raw, but Chad Gable is going to be the moneymaker. The dude's going to be the next Kurt Angle.
I can see that.
I can see him being the serious guy. I can see him being the comedy guy. I feel like he can just do it all and just be able to be the best damn wrestler in a match while doing it. Like, holy crap, the dude has nothing but upside to him.
Yeah, no,
Alright, I'm doing enough talking. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, no, I can't see your fault in that logic, though. I mean, and when it comes down to it, too, everybody always ends up asking the question after a team splits up, who's going to be Marty Jannetty? And it looks like WWE really wants Jordan to get over, but he's just not.
He did saddle him with the I'm Kurt Angle's son gimmick.
Which it would have been nicer if they saddled him with the rivalry with Booker T, because Kurt Angle had an affair with Sharmell. That would have made it more fun.
I don't care for either, honestly.
But I'm just, yeah. It's just funny to me. But, yeah, I think that Gable is the better wrestler. Jordan floundered in NXT for the longest of time without a partner, or with partners. And yeah, and then as soon as Gable came along, it was like, oh, okay, this could work. And I remember you just giggling, going, "Oh my god, say it. You know you want to say it. You know you want to say it." And Gable. So yeah.
It's just I want it to work, but I don't think it'll work, and they're gonna have to repackage Jordan some other way. But fuck it, man, I gotta say, having Shelton Benjamin back a year after they advertised he'd be back, it's nice.
Yeah. Hey, thought process. Since we're getting down to it, we got a few more months till the Rumble. Where do you think they're gonna go?
You want a prediction on the Rumble already?
Yeah, just thinking of where they're at right now. Where do you think they're gonna go for the Rumble? Because it seems like at WrestleMania we start talking of like, okay, where are they gonna go for up till SummerSlam? Well, now we're almost at that point where we're getting to the month. We're right the month before Survivor Series. And we can start thinking of, okay, who are they pushing right now? Because it wouldn't make sense right now because we've seen Roman win it a couple times now. I mean, any guys who are in the Shield right now, if the Shield gimmick is going to continue again because of the reformation of the group, I mean,
I honestly think it's going to be Reigns just because of how much I have a hard on for Reigns dethroning Lesnar.
Nah.
You know, I would much prefer it to be AJ Styles, and Styles go after whoever's champ on SmackDown.
Yeah. Shoot.
Preferably a defending Nakamura at that point.
Yeah. Now, okay, I can't remember. Did they figure out who's going to be the number one contender for Jinder again now? I can't remember if they did.
I don't think they have yet.
Because, yeah, I mean, in all honesty, it probably shouldn't be Nakamura again.
Well, maybe Kevin Owens with even better. Sami Zayn with Kevin Owens in his corner.
That would be fun.
You know? Let Kevin Owens play the Chris Jericho to his Sami Zayn's Kevin Owens.
That actually could work. Interesting.
I know I would find that entertaining.
That might actually work out okay. Alright, gotta think about that stuff. I don't know. I like thinking ahead sometimes and seeing what's going on.
I'd like to get to through SummerSlam, Survivor Series before we start thinking about Rumble. I think that's going to give us, the last bit.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But dude, it has been confirmed. NXT in San Antonio in Houston rather. The weekend of Survivor Series.
I know it's gonna be War Games.
War Games. They have confirmed it. There will be 2 rings.
Nice.
So Triple H apparently went on Twitter and confirmed it. So I was like,
I don't blame Triple H for wanting to get that done finally.
Yeah. So. And we did this week also. We did hear rumors of Neville wanting out. So I'm
hoping that's more storyline.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And then
because of the way he quote unquote left 205 Live, maybe he's gonna be like, "Nah, I want to quit," and then they give him to a different show or a different programming aspect because the dude could go so much farther than just being,
yeah.
Hi, I have the purple title forever.
Yeah, and then
Enzo winning it, though, I hate to say it, was actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, it helped the brand, for sure. And what Enzo was saying in his promos on Raw, it is true. I mean, Enzo gets the title, and all of a sudden they're in the main event block at the end of the show.
3 weeks in a row, and I will not lie, I think they were main eventing pretty well.
Yeah, and then, I mean, I like the fact that everybody's bitching and complaining that, Kalisto was basically brought in to take the title off of Enzo. Yeah, because they wrote themselves into a corner, dumbasses.
Well, giving the title to Enzo Amore.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, with the way they did the whatever you can't touch me clause or you can't get a title shot, everybody touched him who was on the roster.
Mhm.
They wrote themselves into a corner. They had to take the belt off of him. Enzo can win it back at the pay-per-view next week, for all I care.
I hope not. I don't want to see it hot shot or hot potatoes like that again.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, for all I care, they can put it back on him. That way, it at least is eligible for other guys to get it. And then there's that threat of somebody else getting a title shot and eking out a win. Whereas beforehand, it was like you basically knew Kalisto was going to beat him or somebody else was going to be brought in to beat Enzo because any of the other guys couldn't face him.
Damn your woods.
That would be cool. Or hell, I mean, who they got that they can? Dude, bring up Oni fucking Lorcan. Oh, bring up Oni Lorcan.
No, because I kind of want him to join a stable with Danny Burch and Lawrence Sullivan as new version of the Baldies.
Maybe that could happen in theory because I mean Lars Sullivan's basically been beating the shit out of them for a few weeks now.
Gloriously so.
And so it's one of those things where I think maybe he could take a liking to him because those little guys can take an ass whooping and keep coming.
And give one back too. At least try to.
Dude, yeah, no, when I did the NXT house show, when I was at the NXT house show here in San Jose, they were working on that match that they did for television between Oni and Lars Sullivan, and dude, those guys are brutal even in house shows.
Well, you gotta be. And I really like Lars Sullivan. I just need to see him in a legit match. That's the only problem when you bring monsters in and you just keep feeding them people. You don't know how they're going to wrestle a legitimate match.
Yeah.
Thankfully, a guy like Braun Strowman has been able to get in there with a guy like Roman Reigns and wrestle some legitimate matches. But who's going to be the counterpart to Lars Sullivan in NXT? I'm thinking maybe Cassius Ohno.
I think that would be fine.
I think Ohno's got the striking ability to actually make Lars Sullivan think twice about some of the shit he's going to do and back down a little storyline-wise.
Yeah. What do you think of the storyline between Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream?
I fucking love it.
Dude, I was like, what? You couldn't get...
You know it's true, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic. I love the fact that Patrick Clark's taking his character just all the way. He's not holding back, and he's entertaining as fuck as the Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
Okay? Even if they eventually change his character in the next year or so, I think this is the way people are going to start recognizing him and realize this guy's got talent. Now let's see where he can go.
Yeah. Big difference between...
TV's that weirdo thing to get him over a little, and then you can move on from that. I mean, shit, The Rock and Rocky Maivia, that was weird.
Yeah, it's a big difference from All-American boy Patrick Clark on Tough Enough.
And I love the fact that it's so different that he's able to just get into this character.
It's like...
And then, just punking out Aleister Black to start with.
Yeah.
I was like, Black sits down, then Clark just drops in front of him. I was like, oh shit. The crowd eating it up too really helps. Yeah,
and you know what? I feel bad. I feel bad, yes, but I don't quite feel bad after the crowd. Leo Rush is basically getting shit on for the first 2 weeks of his NXT debuts.
Yeah, but let's be honest though, Leo Rush and Patrick Clark had a really good match.
Dude, I've only seen a few Leo Rush matches, and I forgot how fucking fast that guy is.
Yeah, it's kind of scary the way he moves. I love the fact that Clark was trying to hit him and just couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah.
For the first minute of the match, and Rush just literally ran a circle around it.
And I don't know, Leo Rush is a small dude, but I couldn't tell whether he was like under 5'4", 5'5", or Patrick Clark is just like a monster, because seriously, dude, the height disparity between the two.
I think it's both.
Because I think Patrick Clark is maybe 6'3", 6'4". So I mean, if Leo Rush is legit 5'4", 5'5", that's a foot difference, and it's noticeable. It was very noticeable.
Yes, it's very good though. I think even though Leo Rush lost his first match and got punked in his debut, I think that's a little bit of a punishment for his attitude.
Yeah, from what I hear, he's not in good graces right now at the moment. Just starting.
If you come out of that, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, you survive this little shit that's going on, then you'll be okay. They usually test people like this to see if they're worth holding on to. You know, and I think, though, Lio Rush didn't have a bad debut.
No.
Patrick Clark just showing... I honestly never thought I wanted this match until that debut, just that one confrontation. I just went, well, shit, this is a feud I really fucking want to see. It's one of those things where you don't sit there going, man, I want to watch the Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black beat the crap out of each other. You know, you don't sit there doing that ever, do you?
Nope. That was like the most awkward thing. I was like, whoa, they're gonna, okay. And it's been awkward, but it's been kind of cool in the process.
Yeah, like, once you sit there and go, wait, that's kind of creepy, but holy crap, I really want to watch this.
Yeah.
To being, holy crap, I really want to watch this.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if Aaron will answer his phone again, since we don't have much time left, and just at least to get him on here for a minute or two. I don't know if he'll answer.
Hey, man, I like Patrick Clark. I always thought he was a very interesting person, and now that he's got an interesting character, which is one of the best finishing names ever.
Yeah. The Purple Rainmaker. Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
Are you free to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just.
All right, we're talking about Patrick Clark. What do you think of him?
I think it's stupid.
Really?
You don't like the Velveteen Dream?
No, I don't.
Oh, bummer.
Not into it.
Why not, sir?
I don't know. Sometimes gimmicks just don't do it for me. It's one of them that doesn't do it for me. I mean, Bastion Booker didn't do it for me either, so.
I don't think Bastion Booker did it for him either.
Well, you know, it is what it is. It bees what it bees.
So you're not looking forward to his match with Aleister Black and the storyline that's going on right now?
Can't say that I am, no.
Interesting. You think it?
I mean, let's be honest though. Who actually believes that Velveteen Dream could beat Aleister Black in a fight?
And honestly, it's one of those things where I agree with you, but it's just an interesting, it's an interesting premise to me. It just kind of came out of left field, and it's for
It's
me.
pro wrestling.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to believe anyone actually win in a fight.
That's
No one's
what's wrong
actually
with
threatening.
wrestling now.
Pro
That's what's
wrestling.
wrong with the business.
The business. I don't know.
It's business.
I don't want to see people that can be believable. Well, then I wouldn't be able to watch Rey Mysterio win matches.
I don't know. I think Cornette would disapprove of this rivalry.
Cornette would disapprove of him thinking too hard. I hate Jim Cornette.
Oh man,
As a human being.
Aaron.
Speaking of human beings that I should hate but I don't, I want to throw this one out there. I know this is going to make me weird. Mike Bennett.
Oh, okay.
No, I still don't like him as a wrestler.
True.
I don't. But after seeing that story of his, after coming out, being an addict, and going into recovery,
Yeah.
you know, I have a lot more respect for him as a human being.
Yeah. Kudos to him for trying to get clean, and WWE's been helping him.
Exactly, and I appreciate that. Now, the guy should be a jobber for the next few years until he figures out how to fucking wrestle. You know, but other than that, as a human being, I am a fan of his.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear about the Cornette Santino incident?
Now, a new one, or the one that happened back in OVW?
No, something that happened recently. Aaron, do you want to fill him in?
He smacked again?
Well, basically, they were both scheduled for the same appearance at the same venue, and Cornette was out looking for a club sandwich in the food court, and Santino saw him and went up to him and basically started trying to. I mean, there's video of it. To me, it looks like he was bullying him. Because Cornette's been outspoken about how much he hates Santino and how much he's proud that he slapped him in the face 10 years ago, and Santino basically cornered him, was like, hey, why don't you slap me again? See what happens.
You know, Cornette, hey, Corny, now that you're not in charge, try that shit again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Big Shot, jiu-jitsu black belt picking on the guy who's, twice his age,
Yeah, fuck Jim Cornette. The asshole deserves it.
Well, I don't know. I think there's a certain way to handle certain things, and I don't think that was.
Yeah, and both of them handled like shit because Jim Cornette should have never slapped him.
No, you're right. He shouldn't have. He was wrong.
And honestly, Santino, if he wasn't afraid of losing his job, should have had every right to fucking elbow him in the head when it happened. Now, Santino's just being a douche.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Let's be honest, Santino was just like, can't do anything to me now. Just like, come on. He grow the fuck up.
I listened to Cornette's account of it on his podcast, and he brought up that Santino, for some reason, was actually talking with the Italian accent, which he doesn't have in real life.
I know, which is kind of stupid.
Yeah, like, why would he do that?
Because he's in front of people, and he's doing this all for a show.
Well, I mean, they didn't know anybody else was around. There was a guy hiding, recording it with his phone.
Yeah, you know what that means? This was all staged. And Jim Cornette has done shit like that before from his podcast, from what I understand.
No, Cornette didn't know anything about it. Santino's the one that approached Cornette.
I'm calling bullshit on that. I really am.
I wonder if maybe Santino staged it even.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not Cornette. Cornette probably had no clue that Santino was going to approach him.
Yeah, because, Cornette had no idea that the cameraman was just, conveniently right there when Santino approached him. So.
Interesting. I didn't know about that wrinkle. Huh. I mean, considering the fact that, I know Santino got to the main roster, but, most of the time for him, his whole career was basically a joke. He was a comedy act the whole time, so.
Wasn't a good one either.
I think
sometimes it was. Hey, let me tell you something. I remember when Santino and Kozlov beat the Nexus for the tag team titles on Raw. I'll never forget it because that was one of the best reactions that I've ever seen to a title change like that because nobody thought they could do it together.
Because Kozlov was that awesome. Vladimir Kozlov was the shit. When he didn't come out to any music for a few weeks, I was already like, oh my god, this guy's going to be legit badass. Yeah. I was a fan of Kozlov, I won't lie.
Kozlov looked like the bald eagle from the Muppets.
You say that like that's a bad thing.
He just in the face. He looks all stoic like the bald eagle from the Muppets. I cannot get that image out of my head.
Yeah, but let's be honest. You gotta like a guy who actually says, you know what, fuck it, I like where I am right now. Became a U.S. citizen because of his job.
Yeah.
He wasn't asked to.
Yeah, and the funniest part, he even became a comedy act with Santino after being so stoic.
Mm-hmm.
So.
He was a straight man.
So.
He was Dean Martin to Jerry Lewis.
You know,
Jerry Lewis was absolutely horrible in this case.
I think the only time that I think the entire world was a Santino fan was the infamous 40-man Royal Rumble.
Or the Elimination Chamber, where he was the last guy eliminated.
Nah, I think more. I think more of the Rumble, man, because everybody was like, "Oh crap, I don't want Del Rio to win. What the hell?" And then he comes back up from underneath the ring after being like knocked out for like 25 minutes, and they're thinking, "Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap!" He hits the Cobra, and then he goes to toss him out, and Del Rio kind of just turns.
That goes to show you, what kind of connection Santino actually had with the audience.
Yeah.
If you think back to when he debuted, jumping in the ring to face Umaga for the Intercontinental title, it was really weird.
No, it was Umaga.
You sure? Oh, Lashley came in and helped him. Lashley wasn't involved. I remember that.
Yeah.
It felt really weird, random, and out of place. Like, the red shoes when he first started, I remember it was really weird.
Yeah, the big giant tattoo on his back.
Yeah, when you see that giant tattoo, you think he's trying to be a badass. So it's like a disconnect for his character. But over time, he grew that connection with the audience, and you forgot about all that. So
I never really was a fan of his. I couldn't stand his form of comedy at all. I couldn't stand his matches. Probably the only thing that was entertaining for him, for me, was him and Kozlov, because Kozlov was such a great straight man in the act. And Sako meets Cobra at one of the Rumbles.
Yeah, that was good. I think that might have been the same Rumble.
I remember when Santino came back for the Slammies to give the Slammy Award for the moment of the year.
The OMG moment of the
Yeah,
That's pretty.
I always loved how he mispronounced everything. That was my favorite part about him.
Yeah, you son of a gun. That's the one I like.
You son of a gun.
Yeah, and then the if it wasn't, well, I guess when it comes down to it, as much as he, again, most of the time was a joke, was a comedy act. If it wasn't for Santino, I don't think we would have gotten a lot of the best moments of Beth Phoenix as well, because I think that stemmed a lot, that helped her character a lot, and we wouldn't have necessarily gotten Emma on the main roster for the first time.
Yeah, that really helped her out.
Oh no, it didn't. Yeah. And she went back to NXT and actually redeveloped. So the heel persona.
Thankfully, she went back to NXT and redeveloped.
So yeah, man. So not too shabby, but yeah, again, he'll be remembered.
Oh, gotta go.
All right, he's got the phone ringing. Bye, Aaron. That's funny. So no, I mean, he'll be remembered, but it's one of those things where, I mean, if, again, I hate using the standard for quote-unquote Hall of Famers, but the Coco Beware standard, because Coco Beware was just a mid-card guy, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we respect mid-card guys. I mean, Johnny Rod's a jobber, he's in the Hall of Fame.
That is true, too. So, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, but will Santino get into the Hall of Fame? I don't think so. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, he'll be remembered for his comedy stuff. I mean, that's like the same thing. Like, if you're a fan of indie wrestling, you'll probably remember Colt Cabana for all the stupid shit that he did. But you won't necessarily remember him for his, like, phenomenal matches that he had with, like, Punk and Hero. But
I'm waiting for those phenomenal matches. He's had good ones, but he's not as good as people say he is. And when he dumbed his shit down after coming back from the WWE, just not nearly as good.
So, but honestly,
and he made me hate TJ Perkins for a while.
Why is that?
Him and Perkins had an opening match at an ROH show one time, and it was absolute shit.
Oh, okay.
It was supposed to be like comedy gold, and it was just like
Okay. So, but I mean, yeah, like I said, Santino. I don't know if Santino will, I mean, ever get to that level where they can call him a Hall of Famer, because I think there's other guys that have done more than him that I think that deserve it. I mean, okay, if you had to, I mean, one or the other, Christian or Santino. I mean,
Christian, every time Christian.
Yeah, that's what I figured you would say. But it's one of those things where I'm like, but Christian, for the most part, again, was more a tag team guy in WWE. He had the one title reign that, like, it was like basically short-lived as, right? Did he? You know, he.
Christian's singles run in the mid card was actually fantastic.
Yeah, well, I mean, his
Jericho and the Peeps.
Personally, I think his best part of his singles career was better in TNA.
Okay, so why can't we respect that also?
See, I don't think WWE will even think about that, though.
No, but we still can throw Christian into the Hall of Fame nonetheless. I don't think that should take away the fact that the man is extremely talented.
Yeah. No, I think he should be in there. I really do think he should be in there. I think that there's some guys who, they're not going to be, like how you say, first ballot Hall of Famers or whatever like that. I don't think Kozlov will be in. I don't think somebody like... I think the New Day will get in as a group. Individually, they will not. I think the Usos have potential to be in there. I mean,
if the last 2 years they've had.
Yeah, if they continue on the way that they're going, they're going to be first ballot Hall of Famers. I mean, I can even make the questionable call: should Rikishi even really be in there? Because I personally don't I was not a Rikishi fan. The Too Cool stuff, him being on his own and then basically being forced into the main event because they were running short on guys for a while there in the main. But really, I don't really see him as that kind of guy, but he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird to think about that kind of stuff. Is Jinder Mahal going to be in the Hall of Fame? I don't think so. Only way I can see them doing him in the Hall of Fame is like if over the course of the next year or two he's holding this belt or he has multiple title reigns. So
still early in his career. Let's see what happens.
So, but hey, Aaron's back.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm multitasking like a champ right now.
Nice.
Yeah, just in time for us to end the show.
Yay!
Basically, anything you want to add to the conversation here? Who's the one guy that you think is a dark horse for the Hall of Fame? Like
dark horse for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like some guy that you think should be in the Hall of Fame, but most people probably wouldn't.
Well, since you said the last part, that kind of takes away my little joke I was going to play. Since you said a dark horse for the Hall of Fame, I was going to say someone like, I don't know, who's really in the Hall of Fame, though, that's not? I don't know. That's really hard.
Yeah,
nobody else thinks Brian Pillman.
Yeah, he should probably be in there. That's one of those ones that you can make the argument for it.
Shane Douglas.
Where the fuck are the ECW guys?
I like that one. I really because Shane Douglas.
I wouldn't put Shane Douglas by himself though. I put him as part of the Triple Threat. I think him, Candido, and Bam Bam Bigelow should go in together.
Well,
I was just thinking about that a few days ago too.
All three of them should be in the Hall of Fame, but I don't think the Triple Threat would go in together. If you put the Triple Threat in, you'd have to put Francine in, which I would be okay with.
Okay.
I think Francine was great.
What about again? Since I'm saying it, what about Raven?
Absolutely. But I'm a fucking Raven mark.
Yeah, so am I.
Or someone like the Sandman. Like, could you have an ECW wing?
Why do you need an ECW wing? Why can't we just put Taz into the fucking Hall of Fame on Taz's merits alone?
That's true. That's true. I can go with that, but I'm like, but
Taz was the face of ECW for how many years? Tommy Dreamer was the face of ECW for how many years? How does Tommy Dreamer not get into the Hall of Fame?
Yes, but what I'm getting at with the Sandman is basically Sandman is known for Singapore caning people and not really wrestling very well, and they even made fun of him for it on commentary. Would you put him in the?
Johnny Rods.
I guess. I guess so. I want them to open up an actual facility. Like, I really do. I would go visit it. They got so much crap left over in the warehouses that they can legitimately have their own building. That'd be fun.
It would be cool to see some just like actual memorabilia throughout the years, man.
Yeah, they do it at the expo, the Access. But it's usually themed towards whatever they're doing for that certain year.
Not the same, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel you. So, all right. Well, on that note, let's call it a night here because we hit the 2-hour mark already. So, all right. Well, Aaron, don't work too hard, brother. You take it easy yourself there. Get some sleep when you can. That's for darn sure.
Do my best.
Yep, and then be sure you guys are listening out there, hit that subscribe button on the YouTubes. Add us up, Gorilla Blood Radio on Instagram, Scott NDX on Instagram. I'm DKorea247 on Instagram, and it's what's your handle? I would never remember your handle, Aaron.
I don't remember it either.
Just look.
The Aaron Kendrick.
Is it the Aaron Kendrick? I don't remember. I guess it is.
Well, take his silence as a yes.
Instagram.
No idea.
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, it is the Aaron Kendrick. Okay, cool. Yay. We found him. And yeah, so Scott puts up his daily, well, it's Inktober right now, so.
And I've been doing it every day, too. Not just daily, but I've been staying on a daily regimen of ink drawings.
Which is nice. And Aaron, if you add Aaron, you get to see him play guitar, which is kind of neat too. So
makes me feel that how talented he is and how talentless I am.
well, hey, it's better. Hey, you guys are both better than me. I don't post very much of anything on my page except for like, hey,
You don't really do much for the Gorilla Blood page anymore either, do you?
I try when I can. I posted something today. At least I thought I posted something today. Did I post something today?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. Let me look.
I follow like 700 people.
I thought I posted something today. Let me see. What did I post today? Oh yeah, I did. Somebody in 2K18 already made a stage and characters that look like the old wrestling game from the NES with Starman and Giant Panther. So, thought that was kind of neat. So, and then you also saw the what Scott's gonna do for Christmas with his video tree. I think, dude, seriously, that would be hilarious if you did that. So, all right. Well, on that note, for Aaron Kendrick, who's still at work, and for Scott NDX, I am Daniel Correa. Good fight, good night. We'll talk to you around next week. We'll probably go through the card for the whatever the next pay-per-view is. TLC, is that what it is? So, all right, night everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye everybody.
Bye, Dr. Nick.